Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we're going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Kreese never came back during the events of Cobra Kai Season 2? So in this timeline, the events of Cobra Kai Season 1 would still happen. Miguel would still be Robbie in the boys finals, but he would be fighting dirty. So Miguel would still be the All Valley champion. Those events would stay the same. The season would still end the same way, but in this timeline, Kreese wouldn't come back. So the events of Season 2 would continue. Johnny would still be mad at his students for fighting dirty, and he would want to change his ways. Robbie and Daniel would continue their training, and Sam would still join Miyagi-Do in this timeline. Those events would carry on. Shannon would still leave Robbie, so Robbie would still move in with the LaRussos. So Danny would want to go inform Johnny. So Danny would go to the Cobra Kai dojo, and Johnny would be surprised to see him. Daniel would tell Johnny about the situation with Robbie, and at first, Johnny would be mad, but he would calm down, and he would want to go talk to Robbie. So Daniel and Johnny would talk to Robbie, and Johnny would offer Robbie a place to stay, but Robbie would decline Johnny's offer. He would say that he was happy with the LaRussos, and that they were helping him. Johnny would slowly see that this was best for Robbie, so he would be fine with Robbie staying with the LaRussos, and the relationship between Johnny and Robbie would start to improve. Miguel and Hawk would still find out that Robbie was Johnny's son, so they would still confront Johnny, but Johnny would still tell them that it was none of their business. But later that day, Johnny and Miguel would still have their moment. Those events would stay the same. Daniel would still make his commercial for Miyagi-Do, but in this timeline, he wouldn't insult Cobra Kai. And since Daniel didn't insult Cobra Kai in this timeline, Johnny wouldn't interfere with Valley Fest, so Miyagi-Do would still have their demonstration, and in this timeline, many students would want to join. Those events would continue. Dimitri would still decide to give Cobra Kai another try, so Dimitri would show up at the Cobra Kai dojo, and he would see Johnny there, so Johnny would want to toughen Dimitri up, and at first, Dimitri would have a hard time at Cobra Kai, but with the help of Miguel and Hawk, Dimitri would slowly start to get the hang of it. Those events would continue. Daniel would be happy with all the Miyagi-Do students, and in this timeline, Tori and Raymond would join. Sam would be happy to have another girl in Miyagi-Do, so Sam and Tori would start to become friends. Tori would continue her training at Miyagi-Do, and she would learn to control her anger, and without Hawk's influence, Raymond would never flip the script and become Stingray. Those events would continue. In this timeline, the Cobra Kai students wouldn't become bullies, so Hawk and Moon would stay together in this timeline. Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do wouldn't see each other as enemies. Those events would carry on. Miguel would still want to get back together with Sam, but Sam still wouldn't want anything to do with Miguel, and she would start dating Robbie. The events of Season 2 would continue, and much like in the original timeline, Daniel and Johnny would start to become friends. Moon's party would still happen in this timeline. Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do would both show up, but in this timeline, things would be pretty uneventful. Sam wouldn't get too drunk in this timeline, so at the end of the night, Sam and Robbie would go home. There wouldn't be a school fight in this timeline, and Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do would go their separate ways, and things would be a lot more peaceful in this timeline, and that is where I'm gonna end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Kreese never came back during the events of Cobra Kai Season 2? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.